It's the National Football League on EA Sports as we get set for a Super Bowl 21 rematch. It's the New York Giants and the Denver Broncos on Sunday night primetime.
Just across I-25 from downtown Denver, the usual 76,000 fans have made their way to Philip Power Field at Mile High, the home of the Broncos. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here in the booth. Partner, these are a couple of teams that struggled a year ago, finished out of the playoffs. They were under 500, but that's what you love about the NFL. A new season brings renewed optimism.
Absolutely, and really, Mike, a lot of new faces at critical places. I mean, there is a lot of new pieces to the puzzle here, both coaching staff and the roster of players. They believe last year is over. They do not think there is any correlation between the squad they're planning to put on the field today and that one that we saw really go through some growing pains and struggles just a year ago.
Here's the veteran Will Lutz to get us going. And off we go from Denver. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
There's a lot to like about this young quarterback, and of course we're going to have to wait and see. Can he take advantage of this opportunity in front of him, Mike? But he has not been shy. He says, I know I can play at this level. I know that I can lead an NFL franchise, and we're going to get a shot to see it here, and I'm excited to see what he can do.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Out of the gun, they'll throw to get things going.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
They'll run here with the rookie. He'll be a little short of that first down. Tackled at about the 37-yard line.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
Going to try to pick up the first down with a zone read.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
So, first and 10 here now at the 38. He'll drop to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Theo Johnson.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
In motion, it's Robinson. Now it's Tracy looking to run. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
We'll try the zone read on first and 10. And maybe the quarterback should have given that one away. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on him, and in this case, they're able to hold them to no gain.
A carry here for Tracy. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. That's the safety, Talanoa Hufanga, on the tackle. Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face third down. They'll look to throw. Open man, that's Slayton. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. They get 21 on that one. That's good for a Giants first down. Now, faking the give. That is caught. What a throw. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, Giants. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Giants will take a 7-0 lead. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Here comes the Denver offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led by the man from Oregon who started his career at Auburn, quarterback Bo Nix.
I think when you break down this game, Mike, I think it's really quite simple. I think it really comes down to the age-old, hey, be balanced on offense. Can their passing attack and rushing attack complement each other? Because what that does is it makes the defense defend the entire field. And then the #1 goal of every team every week in the NFL, no self-inflicted negatives. That's tackles for loss, sacks, and then, of course, the most important one, don't turn the ball over. Sometimes there's just nowhere to go, right? We ask these running backs, Mike, to do a lot of work, find space, create something out of nothing. Well, this time, he was able to create nothing out of nothing.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. The Giants offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. In trouble, and down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. This one is hauled in by Daniel Bellinger. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. They'll look middle here and get it to Neighbors. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line.
I love the timing between the receiver and the quarterback. It's a really nice route. He's going to take this up the field, and then when he pulls that string back and he comes out of his break, the ball is there immediately. You can't wait for the receiver to actually look. This ball is well in the air before that receiver comes out of his cut.
And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Off he goes. A 1st down on the scramble. A gain of 16.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. He'll look to throw. And this time the rush gets home, and down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
On the handoff, here comes Tracy. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
These are tough situations. You want to stay out of 2nd and real long. You figure it's going to be a pass, but this is a nice changeup by the play caller. He keeps the ball on the ground, picks up a good gain, and now this 3rd down got a whole lot more manageable.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. That's taken in. What a catch by Neighbors. It's been a busy 1st quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. He's going to tuck it and go. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A gain there of 13 yards. So we are through 1 on Sunday Night Football. It's the Giants leading this one early. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st. Powering forward. He's in. Tyrone Tracy. Touchdown, New York. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Now, Gano for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Giants move out on top, 14-0. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. He'll start at the 4. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Broncos offense ready for their second possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Dobbins. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, here's Nix. He's got his receiver. It's Cortland Sutton. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
They face 2nd down and 7. Here's Nix to throw. A pass complete to the tight end, Evan Ingram. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Nick's going to look to throw. That's caught once again by Ingram. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Throwing. Nix. There's a short one taken by Ingram. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
That's caught left side by Ingram. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Play action now. It's Nix. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. He finds Mims. It's complete. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Big-time conversion there on 3rd down. Finding yourself trailing at the moment, the last thing you want to do is waste this promising possession. Now, with that throw, they find themselves deep in their opponent's territory. They have to come away with the touchdown to try to cut into this deficit.
Back to throw is Nix. He's got it at the 3. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. From the 1, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. Will Lutz now for the PAT. He's got it. The Broncos are on the board. It's now 14-7. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Gray going to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Giants offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quickly, he gets it out to his right. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front.
Looking to set up the screen there, but he decides not to force it, and it's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Throwing is Nix. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. To throw is Nix. He's got the tight end, Adam Troutman. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
I just love the feel this tight end has, Mike, for the defense when they play zone coverage. Certain guys, they want to run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and they end up going from uncovered space to covered space, but not the case here. He knew he was open. He knew he was in the right spot. He stayed open. The quarterback delivered a good ball.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Has some room inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Got it into the hands of Mims. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. And at the very least, got to come away with some points.
That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Javon Holland, tight coverage, and he's able to break that one up.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
This one caught at the 4. And he churns out some of the hard yards in this area of the field, working it to the 3-yard line. Third and goal. They'll throw. It's Nix. That is caught by the tight end, Adam Troutman. Touchdown, Broncos. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos will tie things up. We are all even at 14. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Giants offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. In motion, it's Robinson. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Left side in the hands of Neighbors. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Catch made right side. It's Johnson. Second and a yard. Now they'll set up to throw. He doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Broncos have it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
The Broncos offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They'll try to establish some tempo as they... And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their second. The clock is stopped with 26 seconds until the break. Back to the air one more time. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll look to throw yet again. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Gano's kick is good. And the Giants get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Final moments of this first half, kicking with the lead now, as this one is in the air. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. First and 10. Here's Nix to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Troutman. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Now Nick's going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Three points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Broncos offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll do so with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. Second and 7. Throwing, Nix. He's got a man downfield. It's Mims. And he will take this one in. 71 yards. Touchdown, Denver. Lutz for the extra point. He's got it. The Broncos move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. So now after the touchdown, Lutt's going to send this one away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Giants offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's got his man. That's Neighbors. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Right back to Neighbors. He's got it again. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the give, it's Tracy. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Patrick Surtain makes the tackle. Second down and 8. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls...
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
The Giants sending out their punter. They'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. To return, it's Mims. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting ready to go back to work. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. A run with Dobbins. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Micah McFadden, the linebacker, there on the tackle. Second down. Nix. He connects with Mims. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll give it to Dobbins. They're going to get the conversion here on third down. He'll bring this up to the 33-yard line. Back to throw is Nix. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Nix. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's Dobbins. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Andrew Phillips in on the tackle. Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that will be a bit of a letdown.
That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively, all over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most. And I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second?
And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. He's going to have a Broncos 1st down. They find a way to convert on 4th down and pick up 10 yards.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
Left side, that's complete. It's Sutton. Here's 2nd and 2. Now it's Dobbins. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. To throw is Nix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
They only need a yard, and it's 4th down. They'll try to run. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Denver.
Just a great way to finish off a drive, and it was something they thought they had a matchup advantage all week long, was in the ground game. And you can see here, they executed at the offensive line. He got some nice blocks downfield from his wide receivers and tight ends, and he was able to do the rest.
Here's Lutz now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Broncos will extend this third quarter lead. So now after the touchdown, Lutz gonna send this one away. Gray gonna return it. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back, and in some of these coverage units, when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Look wide, get this one complete, and he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. Second and 11. He'll look to throw. Now a screen set up for Tracy. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Left side in the hands of Neighbors. They'll come up here on second down and 5. They'll look to throw again. Trying to set up the screen, but he just had to spike that one. This will be incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
Slayton is the man in motion. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete inside the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Back to the air one more time. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. On the ground, here's Tracy. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's a run. Marked down at the 6. Here now, 2nd down and goal. Throwing now from the gun. He'll tuck it and take off. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end.
Great job in coverage here. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. He decides to tuck it and turn it to a runner. They get to him quickly. Picks up a couple yards, but not enough now. Brings up 3rd down.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd.
And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within 1 score.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
So the field goal makes it a 1-score game here in the 4th quarter as they kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally 1 step ahead of the defense all game long. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Now a give up the middle. Fighting off defenders here. He'll churn forward and pick up 3.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
They'll send a tight end in motion. And he will have a first down, but I don't think that's going to stand. They're already heading backwards. So after the 5 yards walked off, it is 3rd down and 8. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. Malik Neighbors heading out with the Giants offense for their next possession. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. Here's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. He'll look middle here and get it to Neighbors. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
Well, there's not a lot to this route. Man coverage and you got a drag route. Give him a little something off the line and go. Win with speed. Good accurate ball on the front shoulder pad allows him to pick up the rest after the catch and leads to a big gain.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. He's got his man. That's Neighbors. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, ball's on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
They'll look to throw yet again. A quick slant into the hands of Johnson. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 19 more on that one, and another first down. They'll drop to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Second and 6 coming up. They'll look to throw. To the outside, complete to Johnson. They get 14 yards and set up 1st and goal.
So they find themselves down 8 with less than 2 minutes. You can't act as if this is the final possession of the game. Because remember, if they score a touchdown and they don't convert the 2-point try, they got to have enough time to get the ball back again if they want to give themselves a chance to win this game.
They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And he will power his way into the end zone. Wan'Dale Robinson. Touchdown, New York.
What a finish there to get the touchdown, but of course the job's not done, and this is where the defense needs to regroup, Mike. It's one thing to give up the touchdown, but now you're still one stop away from being the hero. They got to dial in get their best defense called, and somehow find a way to keep them out of the end zone.
Here's a big moment for Big Blue. The Giants are going to go for 2. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He's got a man. That's caught. Give them the 2, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
You can just tell the teams that practice these end-of-game situations. After the offense scored, there was no big hoopla. They weren't throwing themselves a parade. They immediately knew they had to go for 2, get back in the huddle, get their best play call executed, and we got a tie ball game.
Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The home team's offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive. It starts with 1st down. They'll throw. It's Nix. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion. Deontay Banks right there with the good coverage to knock it away.
In these critical moments of the game, Mike, you always turn to your best players, and that's exactly what they did here, and they just weren't able to connect. Give this defense a lot of credit. They knew when it was crunch time, where did this quarterback want to look, and they were ready, and they took him away. The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He finds Mims. It's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Nix. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
And that is incomplete, but now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Got a man over the middle. There's Sutton. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Here's 1st down. Here's Dobbins. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2. Now on 2nd and long. Dobbins. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down forthcoming. A run with Dobbins. And this defense holds its ground. They stop him for no gain. And 4th down's coming up.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
Here comes Will Lutz in a big spot. This a potential game winner. This kick is good. And that very likely will be a game winner.
And that's just got to be a great feeling over on that sideline, Mike. I mean, an excellent job by this offense to give yourself a chance to win it. And then this kick. I mean, what's left to be said? It was never in doubt, and it's going to lead this team to a victory.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Here comes 2nd down. Here we go. One final play. He'll let it fly. Deep ball for Slayton. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So mile-high salutes all around. It's a win for the Broncos. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. The kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners. As we say, so long from Denver.